Hey, I'm Jeff Eccles. I'm back with another Shadow Short. I am a senior advisor and the head of marketing at Shadow Partners. I'm in San Francisco for the next few days for the American Institute of Architects Conference on Architecture, and I'm joined today by the founder of Spaces, Campbell Yule. Spaces is going to have a booth here on the expo floor in San Francisco at AIA, and I thought, Campbell, today we could just take a couple of minutes to talk about Spaces and specifically about the speed of design, because that's something that, as 14,000 architects show up for the show here in San Francisco, that's something that they're concerned about. Not only accuracy and all the things that they have, but iteration and speed of iteration is important. So thanks for joining me today for a few minutes. I know it's a stressful time because you're getting ready to open your booth, but why is the speed of design so important in this world?
Oh, everything's about speed these days. It's kind of an unfortunate situation. And thanks, Jeff, for having me. It's great to be here in San Fran. It's the second AIA conference for us, so we're really looking forward to this. We've had a lot more people know who we are, so we're really excited about people coming up to see us. But everyone's under pressure to deliver more for less these days, so speed of design is absolutely critical. And unfortunately, with a lot of the systems in the marketplace, they're quite difficult to use, slow to use, and so in many situations it's all about accepting the first outcome that feels to fit the brief, as opposed to actually having the luxury to explore multiple concepts to actually produce really good outcomes for clients and stakeholders and humanity in general. And so we've taken that approach ever since we launched Spaces 2.5 years ago. One of our original bylines was fast, fluid and flexible, all about speed. Being able to quickly look at a concept. Quite often you'll go down a dead-end street and you have to throw it away and start again. When you're using a high-powered BIM system, those sort of throwaways become quite costly and you become more and more reluctant to do them. But with our sketch-based app for iPad, you can explore these ideas wherever you are. You can be down at the cafe, you can be at the beach, you can be on a train, a plane, wherever. And even if you throw away a dozen concepts in an hour, we see that more as a learning process as opposed to a waste of time. You've explored things, you've discarded them, you've picked up the best pieces and run forward with those. Great design is all about being able to explore multiple outcomes quickly. And so we're working really heavily with that. We're really excited with where we've got Spaces to. Like I say, it's our second conference here, so we're going to be looking forward to actually seeing existing customers this year as well as prospective new customers. Everyone who came up to me last year in Chicago said, "Oh, we've never heard of you," which sounds offensive, but it wasn't, because we were brand new kids on the block at that stage. So it's really exciting. We've got some great plans. Coming back to the speed of design, we're really excited to be exploring ideas around AI within our app. We see AI as an extremely useful part to complement the iteration and the design process. Being able to quickly have some artificial intelligence images created to actually spur the thinking and the creative juices. It's not that we're using the AI to design for us. I'm a critical person when it comes to putting the humanity into design. The architect who is designing the building doesn't want a computer to do it for them. They're the person with the creative experience, the ideas, the connections and relationships with the earth and the stakeholders, and bringing together all of that experience. But being able to leverage AI to actually do some things in extremely short time periods. Again, it's all about ideation. Create more, explore more, design more.
I really identify that because my background is architecture. Spent 25 years in firms, and pre-AI, pre-generative design, or a lot of these tools, you bring up the trash paper or the sketch paper, whatever you call it, and it's all about iteration and speed. And get this idea on paper, and like you said, it may be a throwaway. Back then it was, you sketch it out, oh, that's a throwaway, you tear it off, you throw it away. And to me, as we moved into some of these tools, and not to call anybody out, but we know the tools that most people are using, I think you said cumbersome, and I think that's right. It's like all of a sudden everything slowed down, and each idea did seem more important, whether it was good or not. It seemed more important, more valuable, more costly, more expensive. So I love this idea of speed of design and having tools that maybe take me back to that sort of flexibility and the ability to iterate at that speed and I hate to say it this way, but value each one of these less until we get to the right solutions.
Yeah, I mean, these bigger systems are an important part of the overall design workflow for documentation and construction purposes. But part of the premise behind spaces is that those big systems require a dozen decisions to be made just in order to draw something.
Exactly.
We've brought it right back to just pencil, but bringing it back to the pencil in a digitized platform like the iPad just gives us the huge opportunity to digitize these old school processes, shall we call them. I mean, the ability to trace over, put tracing paper or virtual tracing paper, if you want to call it that way, in our app is a key part of our proposition. Even people using desktop systems and everything will still have a piece of paper and a pencil beside their desk because it's just the fastest way for them to get their ideas down. Even just half a dozen lines on a piece of paper can resolve an idea in your brain that you can then start transferring into a BIM system. But we want to do that in the digital world. We have a sketchbook as part of our Spaces application, so people can even pick up Spaces and just use it as a digital sketchbook. And over time, if they want to, they can transition those sketches into 3D models. And obviously on a digital platform, those 3D models give you all sorts of data and opportunities off the back of that. So it's leveraging digital technology for what it does best, but still recognizing that pen and paper and freedom of sketching is actually still an extremely valuable part of the design process. That's who we are. I mean, we're at booth 1226 down on the main floor, quite close to the entrance. So Martin and myself are going to be here for the next 2 days. Really looking forward to saying hello and showing everyone what we've got. Feel free to come on down and take a look whenever you want.
Yeah, love it. So if you're an architect, if you're in San Francisco, come on over here to AIA. You're probably headed here anyway. 1226. 1226 is the booth that Spaces is in. And if you're watching this online and you say, hey, how do I find out more? The URL is the bottom left-hand corner of the screen right now, spacesapp.io. So go there. And you can find Martin, you can find Campbell, and get more information. And but I hope you'll stop by their booth while you're here in the next couple of days. I'll be back tomorrow with another Shadow Short from San Francisco. This live format, in-person format, and so we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for joining us today, Campbell. Thanks for spending a few minutes.
That's
I know
great.
You've got to run. You've got a lot of stuff on your plate.
Got to get ready to go, yeah, but thanks very much, Jeff. Great to have you, and look forward to meeting everyone over the next 2 days. So have a good show, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Booth 1226, Spaces app.
Cheers.
We'll see you. Thank you.